All right, I'm going to be doing a field strip disassembly and then reassembly of the Smith Wesson SD9VE 9mm. Got this thing for Christmas. It's pretty awesome. So I'm just going to show you how to field strip it after the range and then put it back together. So the first thing obviously you want to do before touching, handling, doing any cleaning or anything is you obviously want to make sure the firearm is unloaded. So the first thing I do is I take the magazine out, check it, pull the slide back, make sure it's in a safe direction, and it looks like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it back just to double check. I always like to put my finger in there just to make sure, proper gun safety, that way you don't have any accidents. So now that you know the gun is unloaded, go ahead and slide it back forward. You got to put the magazine back in because you're going to have to pull the trigger and essentially dry fire it to take the slide off. So in a safe direction, all right, take the magazine back out. And the easiest way for me is to rotate the firearm like this and just grab it, and you can see the tip move just a little. Now you don't want to go too far because then you'll recock it and you won't be able to take the slide off. So just a little bit, you'll see it move about, I don't know, a quarter inch. Go ahead and push the release here, and you'll notice it slide forward and it comes right off. All right. Now there's 4 main pieces to the firearm. Obviously, without getting too technical, obviously there's more pieces in here, but 4 main pieces to the firearm. Now the guide rod comes out just like that. You don't have to suppress the spring or anything. It just clicks right out. Same with the barrel. Comes right out. Okay. Well, I guess 5 main pieces if you include the magazine, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 main pieces. Now putting it back together is literally just as easy. All you do, take this here. Actually, got ahead of myself. Take this here. We're going to go ahead and put the barrel back in the slide. You can see it goes right in there like that. Now if you notice, it won't slide back and forth if it's seated correctly. You know, you'll be able to move it up and down, but once it's seated correctly, you won't be able to move it back and forth. Guide rod here. Goes right in there inside that little groove, and then this just seats there. Just like that. Now there's 2 little notches here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. There's 2 little notches. It sits in the second notch. This part here sits in the second notch. Alright, so now that that's together, take the other part, slide it on. Now you make sure that these 2 things here line up with these 2 things here. Alright. And you'll hear it click, and it's ready to go. Now it's always best to double check it, make sure you've assembled it correctly, and this one looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the magazine back in, and you dry fire it one more time just to make sure everything's hooked up and correct, which it is. Go ahead and test. Yep. Alright, and we're all set. And that is a field strip disassembly and reassembly of a Smith Wesson SD9VE 9mm pistol. Thanks for watching.